We are going to start the process for making sourdough starter. So you can use any flour you would like, but as long as unbleached. You can use rye. So I have bread flour here, unbleached. It has high protein, so it'll be great to make your starter. I don't want to have to get rid of discard, so I'm going to start out with the smallest amount possible. So it's equal amount. The ratio is whatever measuring you want to use. If you can use a spoon, a quarter cup, a half a cup, you equal measure of flour to equal measure of water. You can use a scale if you want, but it's just a starter. You don't have to be exact. So everybody's condition is different. So I'm going to do 2 spoons. So you gotta make sure it's the same amount when you feed. You want to use the same. You want to use the same measuring here to feed. So 1-to-1 ratio, which is 100% hydration. So I'm gonna use 2 spoons of water. Make sure it's filter water. Tap water may have chlorine, so you don't want that. We just mix it up. So I want the small amounts possible. And then I'm just going to mix it up here. And we're going to feed it every 12 hours. So that's twice a day. So I'm starting at 6 p.m. So that way I can wake up at 6 a.m. to feed it. Because I'm starting a small amount, as you can see. See, just mix it up well. And try to keep it clean here so we can see when it bubbles up. So that way I don't have to dump anything out. Every day I just feed and leave it in a warm location. You know, ideally between 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're all set. People like to name their starter. So let's see, I'm going to name this Atlas here. Let's name this starter Atlas. Okay, Atlas. We're going to put the cover on. You don't have to seal it tight or anything. Just put it on. And then leave it in your kitchen somewhere, cool and warm, but not too hot. Okay, 70 to 80 degrees. And every 12 hours, we're going to feed this. So this process is going to be about 14 days. We start the dough at 6 p.m. So we feed the dough at 6 a.m. Take out the lid. How you measure it before, you do the same amount. So Atlas is doing good. Feeding number 2. So it looks great. And we don't have to discard anything because I start out small. So we will see Atlas again at 6 p.m. Time to feed Atlas. This is third feeding, day number 2. So 6 p.m. We fed Atlas at 6 a.m. So now 6 p.m. So look at all the little bubbles, doing very good. Okay, time to feed Atlas again. And this is 6 a.m. in the morning. So we do the same amount ratio, but before we do that, let me show you inside Atlas. Look at all those bubbles. See the bubbles? And I smelt it, and it's becoming sour. And you see how we start really low, and now it's going up slowly. So Atlas is doing so good. Atlas is doing a great job here. So this, you see, there's no exact measurement. You don't have to weigh it out. It's not complicated. Bread flour is the key here. It has a lot of protein, and also, you know, spring water here. No sodium or anything. Look at your spring water and room temperature. So not faucet water. Okay, have the chlorine too. Just stir. So we're gonna keep doing this for 14 days. It's doing well. All right, Atlas, we will see you at 6 p.m. Okay, it's 6 p.m. at night. Time for another feeding for Atlas. Let's look inside. Look at that. Nice bubble. And the sow smell's doing good. So when you see a little bubble like that, which is good, and you know it's rising, but we have to still feed it twice a day. So you pick a time that you want to feed. Like you go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. You want to do it before you go right to work. Only take a few minutes, you see. Didn't take long. So I was a little late feeding Atlas this morning. So you can see there's no bubbles in here. See, there's water. So that's mean it deflated, needed more protein. So it's okay. If that happens to you, it's okay. Keep on going. So we can still feed her every 12 hours. Mix. Atlas still smell good. Everything's still looking good. This is going to take about 14 days before you can use the dough. You don't want to rush it because you need the structure of the yeast. So be strong so you can make bread. And also the aroma, the sourdough, the sour flavor. Okay, Atlas, we'll see you at 6 p.m. Day 4. And I'm a little bit late again, so let's see. Tomorrow I try to be early to look for the bubbles. But today no bubbles. Put about the same amount. Flour, water, mix. Okay, Atlas. Let's get some of those bubble action. Get some yeast here. We're on day 4. We'll see you in the morning, Atlas. Day 5. This is morning to feed Atlas. Let's see how Atlas is doing. Okay. It's doing good. Not a lot of bubble. Maybe I have to try and feed her a little earlier. But feeding time. Feeding time for Atlas. See you at night, Atlas. Day 5, time to feed Atlas. This is the evening time. Let's see you in the morning. Okay, day 6 for Atlas in the AM. Let's see what you look like. Oh, nice little bubble. Doing a good job. Okay, time to feed Atlas. Around that time again. Alright, Atlas, here we go. Time for your feeding. You're doing such a good job. Nice. Okay, that's all we need to do. See you in the PM. Day 6 in the PM. Look at, let me show you. Look at this little bubble there. It's starting to stabilize and predictable. So that's a good sign. So we're going to keep feeding our little baby here, Atlas. gonna stir. See you in the AM. Time to feed Atlas, day 7 AM. Look at that, those beautiful bubbles. And it smells so good. We're right on track. Let's feed Atlas. And mix all the flour in. Okay, Atlas, we'll see you in the PM. Okay, day 7 in the PM. Time to feed Atlas. And water. Okay, day 8 in the AM. Time to feed Atlas. Today's day 8. This is day 8 in the PM. So I'm going to make a mark right here. And then we're going to keep track of it. Because we might only have to feed the dough once a day instead of twice a day. We want to make sure this is a strong, that's rising nicely. So we'll check tomorrow. I'm going to feed it now. Okay, we have come to the point for Atlas where you only have to feed Atlas once a day. You can see Atlas once a day. This was my mark right here. And now Atlas has grown. And you just watch your dough, because this is like in the evening already. So I would do it sometime before evening, before Atlas deflate. You don't want it to deflate. The bubble's still there, so it's good. So you just find the right time. The smell is there and everything. Just be careful. You want to transfer this to a bigger jar, or you have to start discarding if you don't want a lot of dough. Alright, so move to a bigger jar, but I'm planning to make some sourdough pretty soon, so I won't have to transfer to a bigger jar. Alright, let's feed Atlas. We only have to feed Atlas once a day now. And you have to do it every day, so if you don't move this jar to a bigger jar, then you have to start discarding, so that way. But that'll be a waste, right? So move to a bigger jar and feed it every day. We want to make sure we reach 14 days before we put Atlas in the fridge. Okay, today I am going to make sourdough. So I want to get my sourdough active. So I'm going to feed the sourdough. It's the normal feeding. And then when it reaches peak, when it starts rising, that's when you can start using your sourdough. So we're going to mix it well.